allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Town Board meeting. It is May 28th, 2024. First item on my report is the purchase order, 162-2411. This is plan review for New York Medical Clinic project. It's JHW Plan Review Services. The building cost is $1,318,300. Permit fee is $19,875. The review cost is $3,700. I could use a motion and a second.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Mark, second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, purchase order 162-2412, annual boiler contract, Miller Proctor Nichols Incorporated. Maybe the last year we need this contract, as we'll be putting in new heating system, hopefully, this year. Total annual contract cost is $6,050.
Move for approval, please.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is purchase order 12-2405, Banks Hill Cemetery 2024 landscape maintenance service agreement with SGD Landscaping. Just so you're aware, anytime a cemetery becomes abandoned, it becomes the responsibility of the municipality to take over maintenance of the cemetery. So, we have a company that bi-weekly cuts the grass. The monthly billing is $300. Any additional services, the hourly rates are $60 per hour per laborer. So the total cost for the year, without the extras, is $2,400.
Move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization for street closing permits. Pythian Avenue from Weed Avenue to Serrano and Pamo Lane at Lakeview Avenue intersections. On the, let's see, Weed Avenue to Serrano, that's September 7th from 4 to 10 p.m. Rain date September 14th, 4 to 10 p.m. The one on Pamo Lane, it's Saturday, August 24th, 12 to midnight. Rain date Sunday, August 25th, 12 to midnight.
Move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization to amend purchase order 830-2407, one Model Y Tesla electric car for the water department. I believe you all got an explanation on why there was a
Yes.
change in
Yes.
numbers
Yes.
on that.
Yes, we did. Thank you.
So the total cost comes out to $51,380.
Make a motion for approval, please.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, call for a public hearing to adopt local law amending Town Code, Chapter 196, to adjust tax benefits for senior citizens, disabled persons, as well as volunteer fire and ambulance personnel. Excuse me, this action will establish the new definition of income for senior citizens with low income, 467, and disabled persons with low income, 459C, which criteria has historically been the same, 467, 459C. Per the definition amended by the state, it also adopts the new higher income scale for the purpose of 459C, persons with disabilities and low income, again matching the income scale used for senior low-income exemptions. Lastly, it adopts the volunteer fire persons and ambulance workers exemption 466A as the current exempt sunsets in 2025. The exemption remains the same at 10% of assessed value for those who qualify and requires 2 years service, down from the previous 5 years. So we're going to set this up, this public hearing for
Meeting?
June 11th is the next meeting.
that would be, yes, June 11th would be, so June 11th will be the public hearing for this change. Overall, it's a benefit to everyone, seniors and disabled people, as well as volunteer fire and ambulance personnel. They all benefit by this change.
I'll move for approval, but just as a point of clarification, when we say there's a change in the income level, it means that the income level to prove that you're below the poverty line has increased. It was within, if my understanding, Mr. Supervisor, that it's up to about $56,000 from where it was in regard to approximately $35,000, $31,800, and when I'm looking here at the old scale, which means that those who are still in that income bracket of less than $58,400 would qualify if they are seniors or disabled. And of course, the amount of time a volunteer would have to put in with consistent volunteerism or attending events goes from 5 years down to 2 years. Is that correct?
Yes, you translated it well.
Thank you, because I needed the explanation too. Thank you. Move for-
Basically, you can make more money and still get the benefit.
Very good. So move for approval, please.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization to hire Anthony Toadhill as a senior on a seasonal basis as part as part of a paid internship under the title of intermediate clerk, effective June 3rd, 2024. I believe he had interned before with us, so
Yes,
he's coming back and
yes.
he's a big help. So Resolution 23824 will authorize to hire Anthony Toadhill.
Move for approval?
Motion by Mark,
Second?
second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And he will be paid $15 an hour. I forgot.
And he'll be assigned to the town assessor's office.
Right. 19 and a half hours a week is what I had, but I think we might have changed that.
At $15 an hour, he will work an average of 35 hours per week.
35, yeah. Okay. Next item is authorization to correct 2024 town-county tax bill for 625 Chappaqua Road, 9117-1-6. Authorization requested to correct 24 tax bill for 625 Chappaqua Road, Mohideen for a sewer code removal per the attached assessor's correspondence. A refund of $1,149.03 is due. This happens at times when people find out they cannot connect into a sewer and they've been paying sewer tax.
I'll move for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Ten pages to prove that he's not within the sewer district. I thought computers were saving paper. Next item is authorization to extend a conditional offer of employment for a police officer position. There's no, we don't have an officer's name yet until they go through the process. This is just a conditional offer so that police department can move forward and conditionally offer employment.
I'd like to make a motion for approval for this conditional offer for employment for a police officer. until the-
Motion by Tom,
Second?
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is authorization to appoint Alexandra, I'm going to mess this one up, Kizalewski
Very good.
to the Library Board of Trustees, effective May 29th, 2024. We had the pleasure of meeting her this past week, and we believe she'll be a great asset to the Library Board.
So I'd like to, being that's my committee, I'd like to welcome her and say thank you for stepping up and make a motion for approval, please.
Motion by Tom,
Second?
second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, authorization to appoint Adrian Novak to the Zoning Board of Appeals, effective May 29th, 2024. The town board had the pleasure of interviewing Adrian, and we believe she'd be a great asset to our Zoning Board of Appeals.
Move for approval, please?
Motion by Lori,
Second?
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, and we have the pleasure of having him with us this evening. Authorization to appoint Matthew Rogers to the Architecture Review Board, effective May 29th, 2024. And Matt, thank you for being here. It's our pleasure. We had the opportunity to interview you, and it was a pleasure. And it would be just a positive thing to have you on the Architecture Review Board.
I'll move for approval.
Motion by
Second.
Mark,
Second?
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for stepping up.
Moving on to the receiver of taxes report. I have a breakdown from Grace Papa. Receipts and non-receipts. See if we have an interest rate here. No, I don't have one. Nobody got an interest rate from
No,
Grace?
I have receipts in regard to property taxes and school district taxes.
Right.
And then, I mean, if you want those read, the interest rate I am looking for, and
She usually gives that on a separate.
I
sheet.
know.
I didn't see that.
I don't see that on here this evening.
All right.
I don't think
No.
that's on this meeting.
Well, let's just say, there was a lot of money that came in, and she was able to disperse what was necessary to the local school districts, and I do not see on her report this week the interest rate. So, I guess we move on.
No problem.
This is,
Moving on, we have business from the floor. Anybody wish to address the board at this time is welcome to do so. Be that we don't have a crowd here this evening, we can move on to our town clerk's report. Emily?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, everyone. This is the town clerk's report for the town board meeting, May 28th, 2024. Received and filed the oaths of office for the Thornwood Fire District as follows. Thomas Olson, Chief. Kevin Dwyer, First Assistant Chief. Matthew Carroll, Second Assistant Chief. Received and filed the Library Board of Trustees minutes from April 18th, 2024. And received and filed 2 notices of claim, Legion of Christ Incorporated and C. Glenn Frisbee. The third item
Was
can
there a
be
claim?
referred to the town attorney.
Yes, thank you. Moving on to our council reports. Councilman Saliano, looks like you have a free ride this evening.
Well, yeah, thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Mike, there's no report from PD tonight, but have a lovely evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Zano, unfortunately, Danielle isn't feeling great this evening. I think Lori said she would step up and handle Danielle's
covering
report.
for my fellow councilwoman. The first item, the items that she reports on are from the Department of Highway Department. The first item, authorization to release bond for street opening permit number 6440. The work performed under the following street opening permit has been completed and the road restored to the highway superintendent's satisfaction. Please forward to the Office of the Controller for release of the bond. The street opening permit again was 6440. Name was NAR Contracting Corporation. The bond amount was $3,200. Work was performed at 26 Legion Drive, Valhalla. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The next item comes from Nicole Tedesco, Senior Office Assistant at the Highway Department. Authorization to hire Giovanni Di Matteo as a full-time road maintainer for the Highway Department, effective June 3rd, 2024, salary per the Teamsters contract. His salary will be based on the current union agreement. If approved, pending a physical examination and pre-employment drug test, this will be effective on Monday, June 3rd, 2024. Move for approval, please.
Motion by Lori,
Second.
second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. That's the report from the Highway Department this evening.
Thank you. Moving on to Councilman Saraceno.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Good evening, fellow board members, town clerk, and residents of the town of Mount Pleasant. Hope everybody had a nice Memorial Day. I will begin with Resolution 246-24, the Comptroller's Memo for tonight's meeting, with expenditures listed starting in the Justice Court Department. We have payments made of $5,835 for computers townwide. This is a 2-year renewal with GoDaddy services totaling $899.98. In public safety, we have a looks like a training for an officer going out for $594.80. For recreation administration, card member services, $90.55. This was for dinner while attending a conference. And the same for adult programs. This total is $1,707.15 for a conference as well. Youth day camps, Spin Doctor Entertainment mini golf event, which will be held on July 8th, 2024. The town dispersed $2,499. And to the Grit Ninja for Camp Great Escapes, which will be held on 7/29/24, July 29th, for $1,936. And these are part of the youth camp, so once again, these will be recouped by Camp tuitions that residents will pay. For general repairs, we have payments made to Peckham Industries / Wingdale Materials totaling $30,455.27. This is for paving projects performed in-house by the town. Highway machinery, some equipment for one of our street sweepers, or two of our street sweepers, totaling $1,521.68. For highway general capital projects, we have some field services from Ward Carpenter Engineers totaling $4,687.50. For capital construction, payments being made to a vendor, Aquaworks. This is for the Whittier Drive stormwater project, which I know many residents have been seeing going on for a very long time. This is to divert stormwater rather than the stormwater moving into the nearby brooks. This will have a dedicated independent system to alleviate the stormwater for those residents. The project will hopefully be nearing completion sometime soon. Today's payment listed as $286,913.30 to Aquaworks. For Kensco capital projects, we have payments totaling $60,774.92. In our special drainage districts, $11,416. That's for piping. Mount Pleasant Consolidated Sewer District, payments totaling $2,689.72. In the Joint Water District Fund, some supplies, conduit, couplings, elbows, paid to Benfield Electric Supply, $1,493.58. In the Pecanico Water District, we have payments totaling $2,625.85. There was a credit of $420 in that total for return pallets. So many times with supplies and materials, we pay a pallet deposit, and it's up to the town employees to return those pallets, and we get credit back for them. So that was $422 in credits. And for Kensco Water Supply, the last line item, this is for sodium hypochlorite, $8,634.91. So the grand total of expenses in the comptroller's memo this evening is $424,775.21. I'd like to make a motion for approval.
Motion by Mark,
Second?
second by Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you. Councilwoman Smalley.
I have one item this evening from the Department of Recreation and Parks. Authorization to promote Christopher Madera to the civil service title of Senior Recreation Leader, effective May 29th, 2024. The salary is per the CSEA contract. It's actually with delight that I can do this. Chris is a dedicated employee of our recreation department, and he fills a lot of roles wherever he is needed, he goes. So I please ask for I ask for a motion, please. I will move, and I hope someone else will second, because this is a valuable employee. I can't say enough.
So
Motion by Lori,
I'm going to second that, and congratulations to Chris. He's, like Lori said, a great employee and great example. And it delights me very much that this young man is being promoted. So, job well done. Thank you.
I agree. Chris hasn't said anything over the years. He's worked very, very hard. He should have been advanced prior to, but because of the way civil service works or doesn't work, Chris had to wait till this point, and it's very well deserved. I'm glad we have the opportunity to bring him up to where he should be, almost where he should be. So I wholeheartedly agree with all.
I'm glad.
Thank you.
Yeah. And just a note, there was a very successful opening to the pool this past Memorial Day weekend, and pool passes are available in the recreation office downstairs here at Town Hall. Please jump on it, because June 1st, the discounted rate will no longer be in effect. So please come in and get your family pool passes as soon as you can. Thank you.
Thank you. Our town attorney, I Don't know if we have anything.
Nothing today, Mr. Supervisor.
Save money this week. Our schedule of meetings, our next work session, Tuesday, June 4th at 7 PM. Our next business session will be Tuesday, June 11th at 7 PM. If there be no further business from the board, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved, please.
Motion by Tom,
Second.
second by Mark. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Good night.